I'm gonna go ahead and take the money and run, teacher.
Yep.
All right, Bananas, $275,000, all for yourself.
Sorry.
And Sarah, I'm really sorry, but this means that you get nothing.
I love when they show here, Bananas, $275,000, and it says Sarah, $0.
I'm sorry. Great job, you guys.
You could just see the look of disgust in TJ's face. He's like a disappointed father. Oh! Do I regret it? Absolutely not, because I'm pretty sure that was gonna be your first question. I have not had a real job in 18 years now. I've managed to turn 15 minutes into 18 years and counting. Most people say that Tom Brady is the Johnny Bananas of the NFL. I mean, I'm like a cockroach, dude. You just can't get rid of me. I'm Peter Pan. I'm Johnny Bananas, and this is my ET retrospective.
I'm John, and this is my audition.
I mean, ladies and gentlemen, this is where legends are born, right here. My game plan when I created my audition video was I wanted to do something that they were gonna remember, okay? Because I'm like, they're gonna get, at the time, from what I heard, there was 200,000 applicants for that season of The Real World. And they probably went through so many different audition tapes. I was like, I don't care if they love this or hate this, I want to stand out, and I want to be someone that they remember.
He seems cocky and way too self-confident.
Your castmates called you cocky.
I think that's what they cast me for. I think that was kind of the persona that they cast me for. I was like that guy.
Johnny Devenanzio, best known as Johnny Bananas, went from The Real World's resident joker to 7-time champ of MTV's reality competition show, The Challenge. Now, at 41 years old, he's looking to add to his lifetime winnings of nearly $1.2 million on CBS's The Challenge USA.
Where exactly did the name Johnny Bananas come from?
I remember watching Beverly Hills Cop, and I saw there was this scene where Eddie Murphy was getting tailed by cops. So to prevent them from following him, he shoved a bunch of bananas in their tailpipe. And when they tried to start the car, it stalled, and they couldn't follow him. So I get this bright idea where it's like, well, the next day, I'm like, I don't want to go to school. So I shoved a bunch of bananas in my mom's tailpipe, hoping that her car wouldn't start. She starts the car and it starts right up. When I get home from school, she was livid because she almost asphyxiated herself with carbon monoxide on the way to work, because all it did was just back up the exhaust into the car. So she took it to a mechanic and they pulled out, like, I don't know, 7, 8 bananas from her exhaust pipe. So I got in a lot of trouble for that. Back in the days, I was bananas in every sense of the word.
31 watermelons, that's a lot of watermelon.
Do it. Oh boy. Not one of my finer moments. Wow. Still painful to relive that. But I will say there's always a silver lining. That was my first season of the challenge and I was eliminated first. But I think it was a valuable lesson that I learned. And it was just, to just not take things for granted, because I went and I just did not know what I was doing. I think that was my first true test. Here I am now. Things just went from bad to a lot worse.
The Challenge Cutthroat in 2010.
Oh, I wonder what clip we're gonna pull from this season. This was kind of a low point. I kid you not, I've probably seen that clip more than, like, I don't know, dude. Like, I've seen it more times than anything.
I don't even know what's going on. They finally just let me out of my cage and I haven't eaten yet.
So we had beef for a few seasons after that. He'd been actually banned for a few seasons because he was an unhinged lunatic. And this was the first season he was back. And I'm pretty sure, fed him nothing but like raw meat and babies for like a week before he came into this elimination. And yeah, they just fed a banana to a gorilla. It became such an iconic moment on the challenge. You just gotta embrace it after a while. You just gotta be like, regardless of what it is, before we even started this interview, what did I say? You're like, oh, we're gonna show you some clips. I'm like, let me take a wild stab in the dark, what clip you're gonna play. Regardless of what the moment is, I was there. Plus, I mean, it was, that was a crazy way to go out.
Are you gonna split the winnings with Sarah, or are you gonna take the whole entire $275,000 yourself?
Challenge Rivals 3.
As far as our rivalry is concerned, I consider that completely dead.
You could just watch my nose growing like Pinocchio, like as I talk here.
So I'm gonna go ahead and take the money and run, teacher.
Yep.
All right, Bananas, $275,000, all for yourself.
Sorry.
And Sarah, I'm really sorry, but this means that you get nothing.
I love when they show here, Bananas, $275,000, and it says Sarah, $0.
I'm sorry. Great job, you guys.
You can just see the look of disgust in TJ's face. He's like a disappointed father. Oh! Do I regret it? Absolutely not, because I'm pretty sure that was going to be your first question.
Where do you stand with her today?
I'd say our relationship is complicated to non-existent. Every once in a while, throw haymakers at me on social media, on her podcast, but I would too. Nobody listens to her podcast unless she mentions me, so you're welcome. And yeah, I think I sent her a gift card to Applebee's, so I'm wondering if she used that yet.
How much money have you won throughout everything? Do you know?
Let's see. Last time I checked, $1.184 million, but who's counting? That's also over the course of 22 seasons, 18 years. And it sucks because I did the majority of my winning back when like we were competing for like a T-Mobile sidekick. Okay, like that's what like we would literally like risk our lives for a T-Mobile sidekick and like an Xbox and like $20,000. Now it's like, oh, if you win, you get $500,000 or $1 million.
What did I do to you? What did I do to you?
Challenge, final reckoning. Wow. I don't usually lose my cool, but yeah, this was a notable exception. There's two ways to get people out of the house on the challenge. You either outfox, outmanipulate, outperform them and get rid of them, or you take this approach, which is you try and get somebody to snap, and you try and get in their face and wind them up to the point that they're going to put their hands on you or do something that is going to have them kicked off the show. This went on, I kid you not, for over an hour. Didn't lose my cool though. I will say this, 22 seasons of the challenge, never been kicked off. So, and you know, we kind of got the last laugh in this scenario.
You're gonna get what you've been asking for.
Woo! Challenge Total Madness. Wes and I had the longest standing rivalry, I think, ever in the history of the challenge. Very well documented. Despised each other. Me and him went on Maury, the Maury show. That'd be a funny clip.
Everybody, here's Wes Bergman. What?
Maury asked both of us, Bananas, do you secretly want to be friends with Wes? My answer was no, and that was correct. He asked Wes the same thing. You secretly want to be friends with Bananas?
Wes, do you actually want to be friends with Johnny? You said no. Lie detector test determined that was a lie.
So that's the thing. Wes has just always wanted to be my friend. I think that's what it is. Beating him was great. But again, like I said, I mean, Wes is used to losing. The guy lost the day he was born, okay?
Oh, I've lost.
You know what's crazy is we've gotten to a point now, Wes and I, where it's like we're not even really competing against each other anymore. It's kind of like we're in like this unholy alliance where we almost like have to work together at this point. There's so few of us remaining, and by us, I mean like the true OGs, that, I mean, we're a dying breed, and we have to stick together.
That alliance will be on full display when Johnny and Wes are among the 24 contestants on the new season of the Challenge USA, competing for $500,000 against alumni from other CBS shows like Survivor, Big Brother, and The Amazing Race.
We see Wes, then I see Bananas. I think this might be a lot more difficult than I anticipated.
Like, could you put a bigger target on us? We're already the odd men out, men and women out. You're gonna let us roll up on jet skis? It was just open season on us the second we got into the house. Guess, take a wild guess at who had the toughest up-road battle for the first like 2 weeks in the house. I mean, they came, people I don't even know. I'm like, I've never even met you before. What show are you from? And they're like, gotta get rid of Bananas. I felt like a fish out of water. My ultimate goal for this season was to go into a brand new network, in front of a brand new fan base, surrounded by a brand new cast, and show them all why I am the challenge. And I think I did a pretty effective job of that this season. I think I still have a lot left in the tank. And I still have a lot more to accomplish. There are a lot more to win, a lot more people to embarrass, a lot more hearts to break and lives to ruin. So, yeah, I mean, 7 wins, 22 seasons, $1.184 million, 0 signs of stopping.